This Senate hearing will now come to order. Could you please state your name for the record? I refuse to answer the questions based on my constitutional right against self-incrimination. You're pleading the fifth on your name. I plead the fifth. Are you pleading the fifth on whether or not you're pleading the fifth? Plead the fifth. I'm not sure if you can do... Is that a thing? Can he do that? Sir, it says on here that your name is Clint Chico and you have been teaching at Detroit School of Arts for 15 years. Is that accurate? Plead the fifth. Sir, we just need to... The fifth. We were wondering... Fifth. Sir, could you answer a few questions? Fifth. We just wanted to ask you a few questions about your books. My books? Yes, it says on here that you've written several novels. Perhaps you could enlighten us about that. Oh. Well, in that case, it all started back in 2020. 3 years ago, I wrote my first novel, My Name is Marcia, back when we were all stuck at home during the pandemic. I enjoyed writing so much that I just kept going. The first book took place during Marcia's freshman year, so it made sense that the second book would cover her sophomore year. Book 3, Marcia Marches On, covers her junior year. And Marcia Says Goodbye is her senior year. Okay, thank you. I think we've got it. Oh, and I wrote a smaller side story called Marcia's Song of Dice and Fire. It's basically a fantasy novel about Marcia and her friends getting together to play a role-playing game. Sir, I'm reclaiming my time. And so I wanted to keep the series going even after Marcia and her friends graduated. And so I introduced a new character, an incoming freshman named Katrina Jimenez. Sir, please stop talking. So there's 2 Katrina books right now. There's Katrina's Theory of Starting Over, which I wrote last year, and Katrina's Theory of Broken Things, which I put out this September. Wait, you wrote 7 books in 3 years? Oh, no, actually, I wrote 10. I forgot, I also have 3 standalone novels. Between the Marcia and Katrina books, I wrote a high school romance called Art School Blues. It's sort of like Romeo and Juliet in a school of the arts, except it's 2 girls, so I guess it's Juliet and Juliet. Could someone please shut his mic off? And then last fall, I wrote a novel called Island Games. Island Games centers around teenagers on a reality TV show that turns out to be fake. It's sort of an action thriller, which is a big departure from my other books. And speaking of big departures, I'm currently working on my first fantasy novel. It's called Wayward Magic, and it's coming out early next year. Picture it. A farm girl with magical powers, a mysterious knight with the mission to save her, and all along the way...